The Independent National Electoral Commission's plan to transmit election results electronically in 2023 is currently doubtful, as the federal government has revealed that only 473 out of the 774 local government areas in the country have internet access. By implication, 301 local government areas have no internet access. Thus, transmitting election results in those areas may not be possible in 2023, even if the Electoral Act is amended. According to the National Development Plan 2021 to 2025, launched last week by President Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired and obtained by The Punch, the government projects that 697 local government areas will have internet access by 2023. The 2023 elections are expected to hold in February. In a tabular illustration in the development plan, the government pegged 473 as the baseline for the number of the local government areas with internet connection. This implies that the government targets providing internet access to an additional 224 local government areas with internet access by 2023. When contacted, experts who spoke to our correspondents explained what government must do to ensure electronic transfer of election results in the 301 local government areas. Experts at the Alliance for Affordable Internet listed conditions that must be met to ensure transmission of results in the 301 local government areas. They advised the federal government to consider using satellite technology in the transmission of results electronically in the 2023 elections. They also noted that there was no 3G access in over 300 local government areas in Nigeria, adding that this was part of the issues which the Nigerian Broadband Plan 2020 to 2025 was put together to address. The National Coordinator for Alliance for Affordable Internet, who served as the immediate past president of the Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria, Olushola Teniola, told one of our correspondents that it was possible to transmit results electronically as far as the pressing issue were addressed. He said, "The number of local government areas that have not been covered was already captured in the Nigerian Broadband Plan of 2020 to 2025, and it is fairly straightforward. The issue is that there isn't any tangible 3G access in these local government areas, and the idea now is to focus over the next 6 to 9 months in ensuring that at least one of our operators will be able to provide service in those areas. This is in addition to satellite technology, which can cover all of those areas that do not have internet at the moment. That means that on the day of the election, the transmission of results can be done via satellite on a specific time, location, and based on the fact that we are just using it for the elections. If we're looking for continuous transmission, obviously we're looking at trying to ensure that there is infrastructure to provide continuous service. And that is the focus of the Nigerian Broadband Plan. It is not a solution for just one specific application, but for continuous applications for those who are offline, among others. So we want to block that gap through the plan. He encouraged the government to work with ICT professionals in trying to provide the required services in the local government areas, and expressed hope that the target of electronic transmission of results will be achieved in 2023. On a spot, a former National Commissioner of INEC, Professor Lai Onurode, said lack of internet facilities in some local government areas pose no threat to transmission of results, as INEC had liberty to use other platforms where internet access was not available. Olurode, who said no region of the country should be allowed to hold down others in terms of conduct of polls, noted that in places with no internet facilities, election results should be transmitted through manual platforms. He said, the law on electronic transmission of results has been amended by the National Assembly to give INEC the power to determine, adopt electronic transmission of results as it is convenient. It is not compulsory that we should have e-transmission of results across the country. In fact, if anything is wrong with our election, it is the uniformity without variation. Also, the president of the Association of Telecommunications Company of Nigeria, Ikechukwu Nnamani, said, "It is possible for them to extend internet access to these areas within their time frame. You install satellite dishes all over the country in less than 1 week. It is very possible depending on the technology. For the electronic transmission of results to occur, there has to be internet access everywhere. And since the government has said they would increase access, they would." A telecom engineer who spoke on condition of anonymity said, "It is very possible. It is a matter of will from the government. The government itself can do it. It has to rely on the mobile network operators, and there is a criterion for deploying to any location, which has to do with return in investment. The cost of deploying a telecom infrastructure to an environment where very few people make calls is high. But the government, through the Nigerian Communications Commission, has made provisions for the Universal Service Provision Funds to subsidize for these investments. There is also the technology. There's a new technology that you can deploy to these local governments within the shortest possible time, rural telephony, and they can have access to those places. The licenses that the NCC has issued to most of the MNOs allow them to deploy internet services via satellite infrastructure to these locations. But everyone wants to make money. No one wants to go to areas where they cannot make money. The government is supposed to push for this, but it hasn't. However, INEC has argued that it could devise means of transmitting results in areas with no internet access. In a chat with The Punch on Tuesday, INEC's National Commissioner for Voters Education and Publicity, Festus Okoye, said the commission was capable of transmitting results electronically. Okoye said, "The commission has been consistent, robust, and clear on its position relating to electronic transmission of election results. We uploaded the results of Edo, Ondo, and Anambra governorship election to our results viewing portal. We uploaded the results of several senatorial House of Representatives and State Assembly elections. We uploaded results from polling units in riverine areas. We uploaded results from polling units in conflict areas. We uploaded results from polling units in the mountainous areas and valleys. The new law will only remove impediments and obstacles to the electronic collation of results." In a document released in November by INEC titled Position Paper Number 1/2021, Electronic Transmission of Election Results, INEC further claimed that 2G technology was enough to transmit results electronically. The commission noted that while 3G and 4G would be faster, 2G could also do it even though it would be slower. An ICT expert and senior partner of E86 Limited, Olugbenga Odeyemi, said that the lack of internet access in a few local governments should not hamper the transmission of election results electronically. He further said that there would always be room for growth and the government can start with what it has with plans to expand to other local government areas. Meanwhile, the chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, had on December 21st, at a meeting with resident electoral commissioners, said the commission would ensure to deepen the use of technology in the conduct of elections, especially the electronic transmission of polls results and the bimodal voter accreditation system. He explained that the uploading of polling unit results on the commission's results viewing IREV portal in real time on election day has come to stay. Besides direct primaries, another controversial provision in the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, which the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, refused to sign 2 weeks ago, is the electronic transmission of election results, which generated different reactions before it was passed by the National Assembly. The Senate had also, in its versions, empowered the Nigerian Communications Commission to determine the electronic transmission of election results. The House did not give such powers to the NCC in its version. The provision caused an outrage, with many calling on the Senate to follow the example of the House of Representatives, which adopted the use of technology where practicable. The development led to the setting up of a conference committee. In the conference committee report, both chambers of the National Assembly empowered the Independent National Electoral Commission to determine the best mode to transmit election results.